morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke with Reverend Yutaka Yamada. Today is Monday, the 21st of February, or the 21st of January in the 10th year of Chonglugul. Let's begin by offering a bow to our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Kyombe. Haro. Let's recite our family pledge both in Korean and English. Thank you.
가전맨세 7. 전일국 주인 우리 가족은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 의하는 생활을 통하여 심존 문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 7. Our family, the owner of Chonglugul, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect the world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. I'd like to ask Reverend Arnold, if you'd like to offer the opening prayer, please.
Please join me in prayer. Good morning, our most and dearest loving Heavenly Parent, our victorious true parents of earth and all of humankind. Thank you so much for this wonderful day. Thank you for your guidance and protection throughout the past until now. We also want to offer our gratitude to our true parents for paving the way and the path for us. As we come before you this morning, our hearts are deeply grateful to our Reverend Yutaka, who continue to invest his heart and love for our region. Thank you for this special time where we have every morning to share and to listen to your word. Father, we invite you to be in our midst from beginning until the end of our Hundoke. They offer this prayer in our couple's name, for Arnold and Jessica, the central family, Aju.
Let's give a warm welcome, as always, to Reverend Yutaka as he shares this morning.
Good morning, our brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining this morning from the K. How was last week? It was good time. Really, each time, each day, each week, we are really grateful to spend the time, and the time is flying quickly, and we can create a new day. Today is the beginning of the week. Let's put our heart and chanson to our Heavenly Parents and to the parents and create a great moment. Thank you for joining today. So now in Korea, the old project of Providence was ending, and now is the time to prepare for the next phase. Usually centering on to the parents' holy birthday, to the parents' holy wedding, and also the to the parents to the father sonfa ceremony. These three providential things is the bigger moment to changing or developing or new starting. That's why now we are ending the one of the series of World Summit. So this World Summit was almost centering on the external for VIP or summit level, and now next our target is the holy wedding ceremony April 16 this year. So now many people also preparing to receive the blessing, and Ariari Mada is also organize those bigger event. Let's put our chanson and really prepare the environment also. So when we see the World Summit, we could see already Mada started to be accepted by the top leader in the world, and continuously this flow is going. That's why in the 14 nations in Oceania, we need to prepare the clear plan, clear roadmap how we can reach the head of states in each nation, how we can create the deep relationship with them. And if we can create the relationship, we will testify to parents and we will guide and educate them. So in each nation, please prepare those plan, process, and the roadmap, these really important things. And with those kind of overall framework, then we have to prepare how we can approach from the grassroots, our friend and our neighbors and our relatives. So practice of our true love and support and sacrifice and attend the people. So education and blessing, these really important things. So yesterday in the Sunday service time, I mentioned that there are many kind of group in each city or each nation, ethnic group or Christian church or many religious group. So when we approach the people, really let's create the artistic relationship to love and really embrace and invest, because all of them are children of God and all of them are our brother and sisters. So let's create artistic, really true family relationship with all our brothers and sisters. So now almost the COVID situation is ending. So really each nation start to open the gate and each city will remove the restriction. I think Australia side is already starting to remove the restriction, and I had people come from abroad. People doesn't need to spend the quarantine period in Australia, right, anymore. So looks like Australia side 2 years it was so much strict, but opening time really so fast to open immediately. So really Australia start to open, and I think New Zealand is not yet, and another country, Fiji, is not yet. Or so we have to think. And anyway, this ending moment is coming soon. So really, let's prepare and do that. Thank you very much. So we will go to the Q&A. Yesterday, it was Sunday. That's why the testimony time. So yesterday was our Reiko-san's testimony, right? How was Reiko-san's testimony? So it was really good, artistic, and we can see the many history. So Yamaguchi Prefecture, I never been that place, but also she explained that place was the village. I think now already become the city, but that time it was village, and also Reiko-san was grow up in the 3 generation inside of the nature. So that's really good things under the nature, mountain, village, and together 3 generations. Really, we can imagine how beautiful the image it was. And also she had a strong conviction to herself. That's why she faced the challenging and also start to seek the truth. So really, I think ourselves is going to the similar way. If we have so many, having confidence really are good things, but if too much some arrogant, surely God will give the challenging and facing own limitation, and really God will guide us to seek God. So always God will prepare and really make a plan to let us have the self-denial or self-denial process. Father went through also similar way, self-denial. Even Father prepared everything, find the truth, find the principle, but God himself rejected him 3 times. And really he was received many rejection to himself. And how about our Turumada's life course? Turumada also prepared a lot and follow her life course together with Heavenly Parents and True Parents. But Madam mentioned that 50 years just follow beside of True Father. So maybe she had many kind of feeling, many kind of will, but totally united with True Father. more than 50 years. Of course, true mother is the begotten daughter. True mother is true mother. But if stay together with true father or stay together with someone 100% obedient, do you think this is really simple way or not? I think doesn't matter this is true father, doesn't matter true mother, this is even any kind of person. If we go to the self-denial way, is really not simple things, but really overcoming everything. So when we see our life of faith, myself also, maybe yourself also, we are going to the self-denial life course. So how many times did you face the moment of self-denial? But through this process, how we can find God, seek God, how we can make us to be humble down. Mother last time mentioned that to empty herself to seek God, seek the God's guidance. Really, those process, we are also facing the similar way. So really, Reiko-san is sharing those meeting with God, struggling with challenging and also the overcoming. So anyway, totally 100% investment. That's why we could see her pure heart after meeting God's will. After 7 years, heavenly kingdom will come. That's why he gave up everything to study, or that kind of the determination or clear character. I think God will love those character. Already God say, kingdom of heaven arrive. That's why doesn't care anything, just follow the will. Wow, that character is really great things. When you receive the principle or meeting true parents in the first time, how our heart purely follow God's will or really struggling many things, really we could see. So anyway, through the Reiko-san's sharing, really God is guiding, always give the spiritual meeting and really prepare the environment, even the witnessing the strong spiritual children. So witnessing itself really not easy things, but witness the spiritual child who determine even offer the donation and offer own life. So witness those person, meaning is really how much serious determination, commitment was there. Because spiritual children is kind of the mirror of yourself. So through the spiritual children, we could see how spiritual parents' character. So among our brothers and sisters, you are also many connected each other, right? Some is spiritual child, spiritual parents of each others. So we can see how your relationship. Can you see the similar things with your spiritual parents? When you see your spiritual parents and yourself, is there some similar point? So those spiritual relationship also we can find the new things. So yesterday anyway, those beautiful testimony, we really appreciate our Reiko-san's testimony. So how God guided and educated her, and finally she became the wife of great leader of Oceania, our Reverend Stone, right? So without Reiko-san, husband cannot stand well. So now Reverend Stone whole life really live for this Oceania and leading the central leader of this region. That's why how God prepared, how Reiko-san was working together with Reverend Stone, we could see centering on this Reverend Stone and Reiko-san couple. So once again, I really appreciate our couple, Reverend Stone, Reiko-san, and also Reiko-san testimony. So we can see that maybe next story next time. So really thank you. So let's continue our Fundoku. Today also True Mother's Anthology. Until yesterday, we read about the chapter 5, the providential period of preparation and the holy wedding. From today, we will go to the next chapter, chapter 6, suffering and victory. So until yesterday, we saw the story of the preparation of Christianity and the story of Chowomo grandmother and Temonim's guidance and True Mother's attitude and overcoming. and also determination after meeting with true father. So when we see the true mother's attitude toward heaven, we could see how she overcame, how she determined, and how she fulfilled her portion of responsibility as true mothers. So now we will go to enter the chapter 6. So what kind of story mother will share? So let's read together. Indomitable faith, determination, and perseverance. Since you understand who Father is, all of you may think I am very happy. You may simply think I am perfect in every respect. You may think because God created you to be like that, and since from the beginning you were born perfect, you are chosen for the position of true mother without needing to make any effort of your own. Your general view of me might be that since I am married to Father and am the true mother of the entire cosmos, I must have a happy family and be enjoying my life. This is far from the reality. Father walked the path of the cross and suffered immensely in order to stand in his position. Therefore, I, in my own way, also had to carry a difficult cross. So what do you think when we see our true mother? Do you think mother is really happiest woman in the world? Really, this is not simple things. If people doesn't understand our true mother, people may be easy to see our mother is really great, wife of great husband, wife of Father Moon. How much Father Moon is great. That's why my wife's position is also same feeling and happy position. If people doesn't know, or if people know only external situation of true father, people easy to think. But we know mother's story. We know that true father's reality. That's why I'm not sure if father say, you are my wife, you should become married with me. Who really appreciate? Of course, if father ask you, you are my spouse, of course we don't reject, but you could imagine what kind of life is waiting for as the Messiah's wife. So our ladies, maybe you can imagine that if really you can become the true mother's position, the wife of true father's position, how about your life? Maybe you can imagine that. So when we see the holy wedding time period of true father and true mother, from 10 years old until 80 years old, all women, they are expected to get married with true father. So do you know this story? Even small girls and even old women, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, they expected, yeah, now true father will receive the holy wedding. I am the one who love father, who support father, I am the one who are qualified to become the wife of true father. So that time, can you imagine the atmosphere? All ladies or women were expecting to be married with father. So really father is explaining those things. And after true mother and true father finishing the holy wedding ceremony, but still many ladies attacking and also jealous so much to true mother, because we could see mother's position and the Messiah's wife position is not simple position. Many people really love father. Many people respected father. Many people was expected to receive love. That's why when true mother became the wife's position or true mother, many people also jealous that, because normally wife's position is the position to receive a lot of love from husband, right? But when we see the mother's life, of course, father loves so much to true mother, but in the same time, father's life is 100% public for God, for all humanity, and for history. That's why mother's position is also the same position with true father, to live for God, live for humanity, live for the history. And true mother have to overcome all indemnity cause which Eve could not overcome and which all women could not overcome. And she is the first person to be appeared in the history as the only begotten daughter. So when we see and imagine the mother's position, if we understand those background history, we cannot say simply the mother's position is the happiest place and comfortable or peaceful place. Dear mother totally united with father and support and overcame together with true father. When I look back and think about my circumstances in those days and the course I walked, I cannot hold back my tears. My tears become uncontrollable. To talk about my past life is very painful because the memories of my trials and tribulations vividly reappear. So the challenging course, the life which true mother should have overcome in her life was really serious and severe. True father overcame the 8 stages from servant and servant and servant and until true parent's position in front of God and Satan. True mother also went through the same course from bottom and bottom and servant and daughter's position and younger sister's position and wife's position, mother's position. So mother herself also went through those challenging process and she have to overcome and gain the victory. This was mother's course. So mother herself, how much she overcame the challenging in the heart of the world. So mother is sharing when she remind at the moment, those suffering or painful moment will appear again in herself and she cannot stop her tears. So we could imagine her heart. It is unbearable even to think about the past I walked. It was a succession of trials that caused suffering difficulty to endure. Just as God tested Father after he chose him, God did the same to me again and again. And just as Satan tested Father and Jesus, he also tested me. Women may be weak compared to men, yet still I had to pass through severe and intense trials comparable to what the Messiah passed through. So the way which true Father overcame, the way Jesus overcame, and there is the course which all central figure in the history overcame. True mother as the only begotten daughter, as a true mother, as a representative of the all women, true mother stood there. And now mother stood as the mother of universe. So how much she overcame that. Her position is like that. That's why we could imagine that trial and trial from God, trial from Satan was also the severe or serious cause. So when we see the true parents' family situation, how many true children went to the spiritual world? Already, even 1 person, 2 person is not simple things if own children went to the spiritual world. But true parents' case, 5 true children went to the spiritual world. When we see the true family situation, of course, each person has their own portion of responsibility, but as the true family, their true family could have to carry all responsibility or all indemnity of human history. That's why even our true children, small time, baby time, small time, younger time, and even current situation, how much freely they can they are able to live their own lives. And also our true mother is same as the family, how much they could have the happy family life together with grandchild, together with true children. So we could see still now true children are facing or spending the many different circumstances, but really we should pray that when true father will be liberated, when true mother will be liberated from her bottom of her heart. So of course, mother will carry on everything. Mother will accept any kind of situation as by own responsibility. But we also wish to the mother to be really happy and really to be released and to be comforted. So this is really our heart for True Mother. And this is also our heart to our heavenly parents. So when we see that True Mother's life course, Mother's life is the determination and the patience and overcoming. So our all brothers and sisters, starting the understanding is also the starting point. Understand our True Mother more and more and feel the heart, and there is support and stand as the filial son and filial daughters. So through mother's story, mother start to share her determination and also her trial and her overcoming. So let's pray together for True Mother. So next part, Chansangyeon, I will share also Chansangyeon word. So now, and from last part, we started to enter the new chapters. Now, Father is talking about the God's heart. God is the intellect, emotion, and will, and the principled God. But now, Father is sharing more deeply about God's heart. So, what kind of things through Father try to share about this? I will read this. God's main attributes. God is the eternal Lord of our body and our heart. In the original world, if a husband and wife say that no matter how much they love each other, they love God even more, neither will feel resentful. The kingdom of heaven is the world in which we can rejoice that our spouse loves God more than us. God, who is in the position of subject partner, transcending any kind of love and any circumstances, is the eternal Lord of our body. Therefore, if we are embraced in the bosom of God, who owns our body, and thus dwell in his garden, we will be happy even when we die. So what's the relationship between God and ourselves? So Father mentioned that if your spouse love God more than myself, but you don't have resentful, is it correct? If your spouse love God, love true parents more than you, are you happy? So this is really our nature. If really my husband, my wife love God, really support God and sacrifice God, we are also feel the happy things. So what is our relationship with God and ourselves? God is the subject partner or eternal subject and eternal parents. When we spend together with God, our heart will be full of confidence, full of comfortableness, and to become the full of the happiness and comforted feeling. Even we lost at the moment everything, but we can spend the happy moment and we can die. So each moment we should have deep meditation and feel and listen the God's voice. Can you hear God's voice? Can you hear the sound of breathing and sound of God's action? So when we spend the time with God, that moment is a peaceful moment. And we are also staying those kind of position. So everyone is seeking God and everyone want to meet God. And even our beloved person love God more than myself that we will be happy because God is our parents. If your spouse love your physical parents, how do you feel? Really appreciate that. If your spouse love your physical parents or attend or respect your physical parents, we also appreciate that because they are our parents. So God is our parents. When people love God, we also happy that as that things already we can see we are brother and sisters under one parents, under one God. God stands in the vertical position based upon true internal heart. He is our father. Then who are true parents? Through horizontal heart, they are one man and one woman who become father and mother, the supporting beings whose relationship supports the perpendicular line. This perpendicular line should not be bent. So father and ourselves has the vertical relationship. So this our explanation. Father's explanation is really specific. So when two parents praise God, God can come down and God can appear in front of us. So recently, yesterday also message, and the Tirumada is mentioning we should become the magnet. How we can totally unite with God, unite with true parents. Then we can also connect with all brothers and sisters in the world. So this is really the connection with God. There is, however, a way by which Satan can invade to perfect against this. The central line should be reinforced by the bone and flesh of love. Heavenly Father, the vertical God, is in the position of the bone of love, and true parents are in the position of the flesh of love. The supporting beings, the true parents, are determined, centered on the core entity, God. So when we see love, when we see heart, those things is not starting from ourselves. Those things starting from actually from God and heavenly heart. So based on foundation, artistic foundation, we can create the connection with God and connected by our heavenly lineage. So today we are sharing the mother's life course and mother's sharing an experience and also father's message. Sometimes father's message is very deep. Maybe only reading one time, only reading 2 times is not enough. Together with prayer and meditation, and have to reach and enter the heart of heavenly parents, heart of true parents. Then we could really understand and connect deeply. So today is the breakout session. So I think when you share, of course, those realization and understanding, and also this time through mother's anthology, mother is sharing the overcoming from bottom and bottom until this place. So when we see our spiritual life, all of us basically should have gone the 8 stages. So surely you already spent it a lot of life course. Maybe you have experience when you're struggling or you are fighting with someone, but somehow when you overcome, suddenly all spiritual atmosphere was changed, opened away. Until now, you are fighting this person. It was difficult to overcome. But once you overcame, the spiritual world, some kind of sense of challenging was totally changed. Maybe you have experienced those kind of spiritual overcoming or spiritual developing. So anyway, through the breakout session, your experience, your realization, and if sometimes even we have a breakout session, there is no sharing, maybe that time you can share your most happiest moment, your grateful moment yesterday, even the appreciation moment, then share our heart and share our great moment together. So anyway, today is the beginning day of the week. Let's put our heart in Johnson and let's have a great time. Thank you very much for joining today's Fundoke and 감사합니다.